still the pDAI itself would be, excuse me, what's actually pegged, and then you're collateralizing it against the ATROPA.
Right.
Interesting. Okay. And I definitely align with what you're saying, to be honest. I still have, I'm not saying it is or it isn't. I don't want to kind of, because it's a very controversial thing, and you get assaulted for saying that it is. It's just like, holy
so
shit.
This is an idea that I've had just in the last couple of weeks. And it's just an idea, right? It's something that could happen. The ATROPA ecosystem in general, I think, was just created to kind of create just a new financial ecosystem type of model inside cryptocurrency. We've never seen anything like this before, with a web of 80 some tokens connected to each other in liquidity, but just in such a particular way, with different token amounts and different liquidity pairings and the pool sizes. The names, some foreign names, there's Thai tokens, there's Korean tokens, Japanese tokens, and really I think that this developer is trying to onboard the world, right? So this is how do you onboard the world? You create things that are that they can recognize, right, in their part of the world. Okay, they're not going to really recognize all these American names and symbols, but things that are in their own language, I think they'll find more of a connection to. And that's an awesome idea. And then they're all tied into this ATROPA ecosystem, right, which is seemingly such a powerhouse inside of Pulse Chain. And with Pulse Chain now being this beautiful place where you can transact for little money to nothing, that's meant for all people all over the world, right? Even if somebody only has 100 baht here in Thailand is $3, right? But that will pay for 2 meals of food, right? If somebody can come up with 100 baht or invest $3 or $6 USD, that could potentially turn out to reward them in the future if they can continue to build up a small bag by small investments. But that seems too far out for somebody on any other chain or most other chains. It's just not possible to do something like that.
Yeah, and I really get the sense that as epic as a undertaking it is to peg this new stablecoin, I also feel like that's just part of the equation. So it's this whole thing this whole ATROPA ecosystem has been created for the pDAI, but also the pDAI is being created for the whole entire ecosystem as well. So there's they have to work together, and the whole ecosystem has this larger purpose of, like you said, I also got that sense of onboarding the world, creating these tokens. I remember reading in the chat logs when I did the first chat log video a few months ago, talking about onboarding Saudis, and Saudi Arabia will come in the future. And I really wondered, that kind of seemed to stretch. And of course, you don't really know half the time what she's talking about. So is she just talking dribble here, onboarding Saudis, or is it actually something that she's trying to attempt? And it would be really amazing if she's actually genuinely trying to attempt it, because if this is something that does create a stable coin that is outside of the US dollar, again, my mind just goes all sorts of places on what that means for the world and what that means for onboarding countries that don't want to exist in the US dollar system. They don't want to be under that tyranny. They want freedom, and what better place to go than the freedom chain, which is Pulse Chain. So the possibilities are so wonderful for what it means for DeFi, that it's how could you not be in love with what's going on here? So